Red FM.
They're the games you actually enjoy going into because you know there's no kind of finding your way in period. You know, to hit the ground, whoever hits the ground running and keeps the momentum up wins.
And a fair bit of balls seem to come your way as well off first phase possession.
Yeah, well, you know, that goes down to our forwards knowing their job, and I think Gert really had our boys fired up for that, and I suppose the gain line, that battle was won by our guys, so we did get a bit of ball on the front foot.
Almost no space out there, but yourself and Brian seem to squeeze through the tiniest of gaps.
Yeah, I think, you know, that really comes down to your mental, you know, how mentally strong you want to be, and you know, if you really want it, no matter what game you're playing in, you can always find a bit of space.
That mental strength really showed in the final few minutes there. Brian made a tackle over in the corner and you held up Brian Habana. There was real crucial moments where big players stood up.
Yeah, I think so, but I think like this team is, you know, it's not a fluke now at this stage. I think we've got to get a bit of credit to the team that, you know, in pressure situations we haven't panicked, we haven't done anything that we haven't been doing. We just do what we know we have to do in those pressure situations, and I think that is a sign of a really good team, that when the real pressure comes on, they just do the right thing at the right time.
Gordon, how physical was that match? I mean, you've played a lot of tests, but it looked tough out there.
Yeah, like I got blindsided a couple of times, and you know, on the ball, off the ball, it doesn't really matter when you play South Africa. You just got to keep your guard up every time. It's probably one of the more physical games I've had to come into, and it can be tough coming in cold off the bench. But first ball I got fairly well smashed, and I smashed some fella the next ball he got, so gets you into the game pretty easily.
What about the mood in the dressing room after? Was there a lot of sore bodies?
Yeah, like, you know, I think there seems to be probably some sort of expectation that, you know, in a dressing room after a big win like that, everybody's running around and jumping and thing. When you win a game like that, and it's the same after winning winning other big games, everybody is just literally sitting down, just by their thing, you know, maybe a cup of tea in hand, sitting there, and you know, you've left everything on the field, and you know, once you leave your heart and soul on a field like that, and you come away, you know, you don't need to be jumping around the place, you know, high-fiving and all that kind of crack. Just sometimes a look is enough.
Gordon, somebody who's trying to work their way obviously back into the first 15. It's pretty misfortunate what happened to Paddy, but you must have been pretty pleased with how you went yourself then.
Yeah, well, I think sport is all about being ready to take chances. You know, as a team, as an individual, and you know, however you get your chance, you just got to be ready to take them. And I think it was ready to come in, ready, and I haven't looked back at the game just yet, but I think I did, you know, more or less the right things. But it's unfortunate as well, because when, you know, it's one of your mates that's going off for you to come on, you kind of have a little kind of, you know, I prefer not to get it this way, but you know, whatever way you can get it, and it's just been unlucky. Paddy's just been unlucky with injuries, but you know, I'm sure he would have done the exact same job I did.
Red FM.